Tarzan is, a cultural product now that's been around for almost 100 years. There's something in the Tarzan theme that strikes a chord in American people. It's got to be studied. It's a phenomenon that's very important. The Tarzan character changes over time, but this idea of being king of the jungle, dominate over a wilderness, dominate over animals, dominate over other people, it leads you to question, what does that say about the American psyche in the early part of the 20th century?
Tarzan of the Apes is a significant silent film.
A very successful movie made in Louisiana in 1917.
It's one of the first 6 films to earn over $1 million.
Most films in those days played one theater in a city and then moved out. Tarzan the Apes played almost every theater in every city.
It was a phenomenon, and it birthed the Tarzan franchise. We've had 40-something Tarzan films and 6 television series. So he took a literary hero and put it on screen, successful enough to birth sequel after sequel after sequel.
When they filmed the first Tarzan movie, they had monkeys in.
And they claim they brought 18 apes, every ape that exists in the country.
Well, they left the monkeys behind. Some of the people back there had monkeys when I was a young boy, and they just hung around the house, feed them like pets.
In the Tarzan movie, it's interesting in the sense that you have real African-American men playing themselves in fairly significant roles as African tribesmen. That was not done in a lot of films prior to this time.
And we was asking what his part was. He said he didn't have to say nothing, he just had to run.
Tarzan is a character who has been around since the first film that was made, and he's a character that has continued to be made today.
Famous first edition of Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Everything about the books is evocative for me, now and in the past. Reading Tarzan.
I've been a fan of Edgar Rice Burroughs since 1962.
Certainly Burroughs inspired many early science fiction writers.
And his writing was pulp writing, but it survived almost 100 years.
The master of adventure, Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Tarzan kind of morphs and changes with the times, but he's a character that we just can't leave enough alone. Tarzan is an individual who fascinates the American people, and this 1918 film is the origin of all of that.